So this is a demonstration of our cord cutting ritual. And this is a ritual that is that's really meant to address any energies that we are carrying conflict with, that we want to break the conflict with. And the way to think about this is that, you know, we've been conditioned to think that there are certain energies within us that are bad, right? That we don't like to feel, that we don't like to experience. But it's important to recognize that actually all of these energies are a part of us. And it's not that we necessarily want to, that we want to cut cords with the energy itself, but we want to cut cords with the conflict that we have with the energy that is allowing it to have effects in our lives or control our lives in ways that are not in alignment with the way that we want to be experiencing our reality. Okay, so for instance, this can be used in different ways, right? And we can actually use this, for instance, if we have a difficult relationship with one of our parents, right? We can actually use this relationship to cut cords with the conflict that we have with that individual, with that parent, right? With that person's energy. And so, you know, we can actually use them as the object of this. Likewise, we can use it to cut cords with conflict with, like, you know, masculine energy or feminine energy. We can use it to cut cords with just certain energies that we can see within ourselves that we need to shift. So for instance, if we can see that we are not claiming all of our personal power, if we are not walking in all of our personal power, we can actually cut cords with the conflict that we have with our personal power, right? Similarly, if you are someone who experiences perhaps issues with anger, right? You can cut cords with the conflict that you have with the energy of anger. Because it's not that anger itself is necessarily bad, but when you have a conflict with the energy, then it can control you. You know, it can come up so powerfully in situations where it's inappropriate and it's harmful and it's damaging, and it can take over. And so what you want to do is to cut cords with the conflict so that you and that energy can be in alignment. And you can actually then utilize all of these different energies that are a part of you. If you experience it, then it is a part of you. You can actually use all of those different energies to direct your reality in the way that you want to experience it. So the materials that you need for this ritual are really just these 7 colors of thread that we have here. And so you need the 7 colors of thread that correspond to the colors of each of your chakras, or energy centers. Okay, so we have red for the root. There we go. And then we have orange for the sacral, we have yellow for the solar plexus, green for the heart, blue for the throat, purple for the third eye, and then you're going to use either a violet or a white for the crown. Okay, so you need to have the 7 different colors of threads, and that's really all that you need for this ritual. If you have a white candle, it can be nice to light a candle while you do this ritual. But you know, you really want to, if you have an altar, if you have a space set up where you perform rituals, where you meditate, or you know, do your spiritual practices, that's a good place to do this. If you don't have that, that's fine too. You know, any place works, inside, outside, but anywhere that you can really be undisturbed. That's the most important thing for these types of rituals, is that you really be able to drop in and connect with the energy and be undisturbed while you're performing the ritual. Because these rituals, really what they allow us to do is to bring into tangibility the energies that we want to work with. And so, having the color, having the feel, and being able to connect that to the energy and have your emotion being put into that ritual. That's really what gives it the power. So we want to start with, we'll start with the red thread. And what you can do, actually, what I usually do, because I'm not going to go through all of them on this video, where it's going to be a long video, but what I'll usually do is I'll go through and I'll cut a piece of each one of these colors off before I start, so you have all of your threads laid out in front of you when you start. And it doesn't have to be very long. It's like this long is plenty, right? What you really want, you just want it long enough that you can kind of wrap it around your fingers like this, and so that you have some tension, right? And you're going to identify the energy that you want to work with here. What is the energy that you feel like you're having some conflict with? And it can be a energy, it can be, I don't want to say positive and negative, but it can be an energy like your personal power that you want to like really step into more, or it can be an energy like anger, where maybe it is actually controlling you and causing unwanted consequences because you're not able to you're not able to be in right relationship with it. Or like I said, it can be a person too, a family member. So for instance, if you wanted to work with the energy of one of your parents, what you would do is, you're going to really connect to the energy of your parent, and whatever it is, whatever relationship you have with them, like kind of connect to that emotion that first comes up when you think of, when you think of that person, when you think of that parent. And you're going to just really like close your eyes and just try to drop into the sensations that are in your root chakra. Okay, that's where we're going to start. We're going to start from the base and go up. So drop into those sensations and consider, just think about the person, right? Think about the parent. And what kind of sensations, what kind of emotions come up? And how does that feel in your root chakra when you think about that person? Just connect to the energy. And then when you've connected to the energy, you're gonna bring the thread up, and you're gonna put it close to your mouth, and you're going to speak to it. And you're going to say, I forgive myself, I forgive you. I forgive myself, I forgive you. I liberate myself, I liberate 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 us. I liberate myself, I liberate us. I liberate myself, I liberate us. I liberate us, I liberate you. I liberate us, I liberate you. I liberate us, I liberate you. I finish and conclude all agreements of conflict that I have with you, and then say your parent's name. I declare them healed and transcended in all timelines of past, present, and future, and in all dimensions of existence of Ukhupacha, Kaypacha, and Hanaqpacha. Aho, aho, aho. And then you're going to bring the thread back down to the energy center that you're working with, in this case the root, and you're going to break the thread. And as you break the thread, really pay attention to the sensations that you have in that energy center, in that chakra, and connect with the energy. Connect with the energy and feel it change when you break the thread. And you're going to repeat that. You're going to repeat that for each chakra. So next we would do the sacral, then the solar plexus, then the heart, then the throat, then the third eye, and then the crown. And you're going to repeat that. You're going to repeat that phrase for each one of them, making sure that you connect to the energy, making sure that you connect to the emotions that are coming up for you. And it's important, the first phrases that we say them 3 times each. So it's I forgive myself, I forgive you, I liberate myself, I liberate you, I liberate myself, I liberate us, I liberate you, I liberate us. And so each one of those you're going to say it 3 times. Okay? And then I finish and I conclude any agreements of conflict that I have with you. Then say, the energy, or say your parent's name, whatever it is that you're working with. And I declare them healed and transcended in all timelines of past, present, and future, and in all dimensions of existence of Ukhupacha, Kaypacha, and Hanaqpacha. And then bring it down, break the thread. And Ukhupacha, Kaypacha, and Hanaqpacha are just the different dimensions of existence in the Kiro lineage. And if you're interested in learning more about that, Andreas teaches a lot more about that in the shamanic initiation course. But it's really just referring to the levels of basically lower density energy, the present, the here and now, and then the higher vibrational energy. So that's the cord cutting ritual, and you're going to do that with each one of the threads, and then you're going to actually keep these threads. So as you finish each one, you can ball them up and put them down, in front of you, or somewhere where when you finish the ritual, you can gather all of them and you can burn these, you can bury these. Lots of times I will put them in a despacho. So if you're familiar with creating a despacho or an offering to Pachamama, you can put these in there as part of that offering. But if that's not a practice that you partake in, then you can just bury them and you can burn them. But you want to make sure that you offer these to Pachamama, that you offer these to the universe to complete this, the energetic power of this ritual.